What up guys, God Squad here, and today will be a special video. This video will be about me predicting the entire NFL season by using Madden 21. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to check out the final scores from week 1 to 17, and then we're going to check all the records, and then we'll check all the stats for the regular season, and then playoffs. And that should be it. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to sim it all the way to the playoffs. I'll be back as soon as the simulation's over. The first game of the season, we got the Chiefs versus the Texans, with the Chiefs destroying the Texans. There's no revenge for the Texans. It looks like the Falcons beat the Seahawks in a pretty close matchup. And then we got the Eagles also beating the football team in then yet another close matchup. The Patriots have beat the Dolphins in 3 touchdowns. 3.5 touchdowns. And then we got the Vikings beating the Packers and yet a pretty close matchup. 45-10, the Colts destroyed the Jaguars. Lions beat the Bears at 31-21. And then we got Ravens beating the Browns in yet a close matchup. Bills beat the Jets in a close matchup. And then we got the Raiders beating the Panthers in a close matchup. 31-24, Chargers beat the Bengals in yet another close matchup. And we got the Saints beat the Buccaneers in a close matchup, 1 touchdown. And then we got the 49ers beating the Cardinals by a really close matchup. Cowboys destroyed the Rams. And then Steelers beat the Giants in a pretty weak game. And the Broncos destroyed the Titans. So week 2, we have the Bengals versus the Browns, with the Bengals destroying the Browns. Giants beat the Bears in a pretty high-scoring close matchup. And then we got Tennessee destroying Jacksonville out of nowhere. And then we got the Buccaneers beating the Panthers in a pretty close matchup. Then we're going to got the Steelers beating the Broncos. And that was a pretty decent matchup there. And then we got the Rams beating the Eagles. And yeah. And then we got the Cowboys beating the Falcons in a low-scoring affair. And then we got the Packers beating the Lions by like 2 touchdowns. And then we got the Vikings beating the Colts. And then we're going to go ahead we got the Dolphins beating the Bills 34-28. And yes, in a high-scoring close matchup. Same thing with this one. High-scoring close matchup with the 49ers the win. Football team beat Arizona. And then we got the Chiefs beating the Chargers in a close matchup. Ravens beating the Texans. Then we got the Patriots beating the Seahawks. And then we got the Saints beating the Raiders in a really high-scoring, close matchup. Week 3 kicks off with the Dolphins versus Jaguars, with the Dolphins destroying the Jaguars. 7-3, Giants beat the 49ers in an extremely boring game. And then we got the Texans whooping the Steelers, 38-17. Bengals whooping the Eagles, and that's kind of a shocker right there. And then we got the Patriots beating the Raiders, 20-7. And then we got the Titans beating the Vikings. And then we got the football team beating the Browns. And then the Rams beating the Bills in the exact same score. And then we got the Falcons destroying the Bears. And then we got the Chargers beating the Panthers in a pretty entertaining game. And we also, same entertaining game with the Colts beating the Jets. And then we got the Cardinals beating the Lions. And then we got the Cowboys beating the Seahawks in also a really entertaining game. And then we got the Buccaneers beating the Broncos. Packers beating the Saints. And then the game of them all, well, game of the year I should say, Chiefs beating the Ravens. Week 4 kicks off with the Broncos beating the Jets in a really close affair. And then we got the Panthers beating the Cardinals in also a close affair. And we're going to move on to the football team beating Baltimore. Oh shit. We got the Steelers beating the Titans by a really close affair. Buccaneers beating the Chargers and a pretty boring one. Seahawks beating Miami, pretty, boring one. Bears destroying the Colts, and then we got the Bengals destroying the Jaguars, and then we got the Browns beating the Cowboys, and then we got the Saints destroying the Lions. Vikings beating the Texans, and then we got the Rams beating the Giants. And then we got the Raiders kind of destroying the Bills. Patriots destroyed the Chiefs. And then we got the 49ers beating the Eagles. And then Packers beating the Falcons. Week 5 kicks off with the Bears beating the Buccaneers in a pretty close matchup here. And then we got the Falcons beating the Panthers in a close matchup. And then we got the Rams beating the football team in yet another close matchup. Bills destroyed the Titans. And then we got the Steelers destroying the Eagles. And then we got the Cardinals beating the Jets in a pretty close game. Then we got the Ravens beating the Bengals. And then we got the Texans beating the Jaguars in, again, a close matchup. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. And then the Patriots beat the Broncos. 49ers beating the Dolphins. And then we got Giants beating the Cowboys in a pretty boring game. And then we got the Colts beating the Browns. Vikings beating the Seahawks in the exact same score. And then Chargers beating the Saints in a close game as well. Week 6 kicks off with the Chiefs beating the Bills in a pretty decent matchup there. The Colts destroyed the Bengals by so many points. And then we got the Lions beating the Jaguars in a pretty entertaining one. And then we got the Falcons destroying the Vikings. And then we got the football team beating the Giants in a pretty close one. Not really so close, but it's whatever. Bears beating the Panthers. And then we got the Ravens beating the Eagles in a really entertaining one as well. Texans beating the Titans. Then we got the Browns beating the Steelers in the same exact score. Broncos beating the Dolphins. And we got the Jets beating the Chargers, which is kind of unbelievable if you really think about it. Buccaneers losing to the Packers, 19-13. And then we got the 49ers beating the Rams. And then finally, the Cowboys destroyed the Cardinals. Week 7 kicks off with the Giants at the Eagles, with the Giants beating them. Steelers beat the Ravens in a very close fair. We even got the Browns beating the Bengals in a really close fair. Texans beating the Packers in a very close fair. And then we're moving on to the Chargers destroying the Dolphins. Then we got the Lions beating the Falcons in a really entertaining one. Saints beating the Panthers in also entertaining one. Cowboys beating the football team in an entertaining one. We got the Bills beating the Jets in that one. Cardinals beating the Seahawks. Close fair. Alright, and we got the Chiefs beating the Broncos. And then we got the 49ers destroying the Patriots. And then we got the Buccaneers beating the Raiders in a really entertaining one. And the Bears beating the Rams in a close one. Kicking off week 8, we got the Falcons beating the Panthers in a thriller. And then we got the Bengals beating the Titans. Then we got the Browns destroying the Raiders. And then we got the Colts beating the Lions. And then let's get on to the Packers beating on the Vikings. And then we got the Bills beating the Patriots in a close fair. And then we got the Chiefs beating the Jets in a really close, entertaining match. Then we got the Rams beating the Dolphins. Then we got the Chargers beating the Jaguars in somewhat of a boring game. And then we got the Bears destroying the Saints. And then we got the Seahawks beating the 49ers. And then we got the Eagles beating the Cowboys in a close game. And then in a thriller night, Monday night, Buccaneers beating the Giants. Kicking off week 9, we got the Packers to get their revenge on the 49ers. Seahawks beating the Bills. And then we got the Colts beating the Ravens in this boring, close matchup. And then we got the Jaguars beating the Texans in a pretty close affair. Then we got the Chiefs kind of destroying the Panthers. And then we got the Broncos beating the Falcons, yet another boring matchup. The Lions beat the Vikings in this matchup. The Giants have beat the football team in a really good game. And we got the Titans beating the Bears in a close matchup. And then we got the Chargers beating the Raiders in yet a more entertaining close matchup. Dolphins beating the Cardinals in a close matchup. And then we got the Cowboys beating the Steelers in that game. And then we got the Buccaneers beating the Saints in a really close thriller matchup. And then finally, the Patriots destroying the Jets. Kicking off Week 10, we got the Colts beating the Titans. And then we got the Texans to beat the Browns. Lions to beat the football team. And then we got the Packers beating the Jaguars. It's kind of a blowout, but it's a really good game. The Eagles beating the Giants in blowout. And then we got the Panthers beating the Buccaneers somehow. And then we got the Bengals to beat the Steelers in a close fair. And then we got the Cardinals to beat the Bills in another close fair. And then we got the Raiders to destroy the Broncos. And then we got the Miami shutting down New York. And then we got the Rams to beat the Seahawks in a close one. And then we got the Saints beating the 49ers in a close one. Ravens destroying the Patriots. And then finally, the Vikings beating the Bears. Kicking off Week 11, we got the Cardinals to beat the Seahawks in a close one. Then we got the Panthers to beat the Lions in a close one. Then we got the Browns beating the Eagles in yet another close one. And then we got the Patriots to beat the Texans in a not so close one. Then we got the Colts to beat the Packers in a thriller close one. And then we got the Ravens to beat the Titans. And then the Jaguars to beat the Steelers. And then the football team to beat the Bengals. And then we got the Falcons to upset the Saints in a pretty close one. And then we got the Broncos to beat the Chargers in a close one. And then the Cowboys kind of destroying the Vikings in this one. And then the Chiefs to lose to the Raiders. And then the Buccaneers to beat the Rams. Kicking off Week 12, we got the Texans to beat the Lions. And then the Cowboys to destroy the Washington football team. And the Ravens to kind of destroy the Steelers. And then we got the Colts to destroy the Titans. And then we got the Bengals to beat the Giants in a really close game. Then we got the Bills to destroy the Chargers. Then the Falcons to beat the Raiders in kind of a close game. And then we got the Browns to beat the Jaguars. Then the Jets to beat the Dolphins. And then Patriots to destroy the Cardinals. And then the Vikings to destroy the Panthers in a really big thriller game. Then the Broncos to destroy the Saints. Unbelievable. Then we got the 49ers to beat the Rams. And then the Chiefs to beat the Buccaneers. And then Packers to destroy the Bears. And then we'll conclude it with the Seahawks destroying the Eagles. Kicking off Week 13, we got the Cowboys to lose to the Ravens in a pretty good game. Saints to beat the Falcons. The Titans to destroy the Browns in that good one. The football team to beat the Steelers in this fair. And then we got the Raiders to beat the Jets in a kind of a boring matchup. Then we got the Jaguars to beat the Vikings somehow. And then, yeah, Bengals beating the Dolphins in a close fair. Thriller, too. We got the Bears to destroy the Lions in that one. And Then we got the Texans to beat the Colts in a close one. And then we got the Seahawks to beat the Giants in an amazing game. And then we got the Rams to beat the Cardinals. And then we'll get the Packers to beat the Eagles in the same exact score. And then the Patriots to beat the Chargers in a close one. Then we got the Broncos to upset the Chiefs. And finally, 49ers blowing out the Bills. Kicking off week 14, we got the Patriots to beat the Rams in a pretty good one. Then we got the Panthers to beat the Broncos in another good one. Vikings to beat the Buccaneers in a boring one, but close one. And then we got the Giants to beat the Cardinals in a close one, and also a really good game too. And then we got the Dolphins to upset the Chiefs in a thriller. And then we got the Tennessee Titans to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in that one. Packers beating the Lions. And then we got the Cowboys to beat the Bengals in that one. Texans beating the Bears. Seahawks beating the Jets in a thriller. And then we got the Colts beating the Raiders. And we got the 49ers destroying the football team. Make that Washington. Eagles beating the Saints. And then we got the Falcons to beat the Chargers. Steelers to beat the Bills. And then the Browns beating the Ravens. Kicking off week 15, we got the Raiders to beat the Chargers. And then after that, we got the Bills to beat the Broncos. Seahawks to beat the football team. And then we got the Browns to destroy the Giants. And we got the Vikings to beat the Bears. Then the Panthers to destroy the Packers. And then the Texans to beat the Colts. And then the Jets to beat the Rams. And the same exact scores in those two. Lions beating the Titans. Kind of destroying them, actually. The Buccaneers beating the Falcons in a thriller. And then we got the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Ravens. And then we got the Patriots beating the Dolphins. Destroying them, in fact. And then we got the Cardinals to destroy the Eagles. And then we got the Chiefs to destroy the Saints. Cowboys beating the 49ers in a really close one. And then we got the Steelers to destroy the Bengals. Kicking off week 16, we got the Saints to beat the Vikings. Saints got their revenge. 49ers to destroy the Cardinals. And then we got the Panthers to beat the football team in a close game. And then we got the Steelers to beat the Colts in yet another close game. And then we got the Falcons to upset the Chiefs. And then we got the Buccaneers to destroy the Lions. And then we got the Chargers to destroy the Broncos. And then the Raiders to destroy the Dolphins. The Browns to beat the Jets. And then we got the Ravens beating the Giants in a really close game. And then we got the Bengals beating the Texans. Bears beating the Jaguars. And then we got the Seahawks to destroy the Rams. And then the Cowboys to beat the Eagles in a really close one. The Packers beating the Titans in a thriller. And then finally, the Patriots destroying the Bills. Kicking off the final week of the season, we got the Bills to destroy the Dolphins. Then we got the Saints to destroy the Panthers. And then the Colts to destroy the Jaguars. Everyone's getting destroyed right now. And then we got the Texans to beat the Titans in a pretty close one. And then we got the Packers to beat the Bears in a pretty close one as well. And then we got a really close game, thriller, 39-38. Bengals beat the Ravens. Browns beat the Steelers in a blowout. It's crazy. And then we got the Vikings to shut out the Lions. And the Chiefs to destroy the Chargers in that kind of a game. And then we got the Patriots to destroy the Jets. Giants to beat the Cowboys in a really close one. And then we got the football team to beat the Eagles in a pretty close one. And then we got the Buccaneers to destroy the Falcons. Broncos to beat the Raiders in a pretty boring one. And then we got the Rams to beat the Cardinals. And then finally the Seahawks beating the 49ers in a really close game. Let's check out the NFL's team records now. Patriots is the best team in the league with 13 wins and 3 losses. And then the Packers are at 12-4 with this one at the NFC. Then we got the Cowboys, Colts, Chiefs at 11-5. Texans, Buccaneers, Browns, and 49ers are at 10-6. Then we got the 9-7s, which is the Bengals, Falcons, Vikings, Ravens, and Seahawks. Then the 8-8s, we got the Saints, Raiders, Broncos, Rams, Steelers. 7-9s go to the Giants, Bills, Bears, Chargers, football team. And then 6-10s, we got the Panthers, Cardinals, Lions. And then Dolphins 5-11, Titans 5-11, Eagles 4-12, Jaguars 4-12, and Jets 3-13. All right, so the AFC, what's going to go on here? We got the Patriots, number 1 seed, Colts, number 2, Chiefs, number 3, Browns, number 4, and we got the Texans at number 5 with the wild card, Bengals, Ravens with all wild cards, and then the NFC, Packers, the number 1 seed, and then we got the Cowboys, Buccaneers, and 49ers win their divisions, and then the rest of them are wild cards. We got the Falcons, Vikings, and Seahawks. All right, here are your top 10 quarterbacks for the stats. We got Josh Allen, number 1, with 35 touchdowns. Then we got Brady with 39 touchdowns, number 2. And then we got number 3 with Drew Brees with 30 touchdowns. And then number 4, Matt Ryan with 35 touchdowns. And number 6, Patrick Mahomes at 37 touchdowns. And number 7, Phillip Rivers with 40 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, 33 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson with 31. Daniel Jones at 33 touchdowns. And finally, Drew Lock with 20. Ezekiel Elliott's number 1 with the running backs with 14 touchdowns and over 1,600 yards. Christian McCaffrey, number 2 with over 1,300 yards. Joe Mixon with over 1,150 yards. Damian Williams over 1,100 yards. Dalvin Cook with over 1,000 yards. Todd Gurley with yet over 1,000 yards as well. James Conner. Got some good ones. And then Mark Ingram. And then we got Saquon Barkley. And Leonard Fournette. And then the wide receivers now. We got Julio Jones. Then we got Zach Pazel. And then we got Davante Adams for wide receivers here. We got Cortland Sutton. Look at all these. Look at those yards. Golden Tate, the 3rd. Keenan Allen. And then we got Marquise Brown. Stephon Diggs with over 1,000 yards with that. Julian Edelman also over 1,000 yards. And then Elshon Jeffrey with over 1,000 yards. Let's do the defensive players. We got Bobby Wagner, Miles Jack. And then we got Jayon Brown. Raywan McMillan. Jordan Hicks. And then we got Nick Kiwatrowski. I don't know how to really pronounce it right. Alexander Johnson for this one. Then we got Eric Hendricks. And then Roquan Smith. And then KJ Wright. And then we got Tremaine Edmonds. And those are my top 10 defensive players. Let's do top 10 kickers. Dan Bailey at number 1. And then we got, Kaima Fairbairn. I don't know how to pronounce that. Stephen Hushing. I can't pronounce any of these names, honestly. And Dustin Hopkins. And then we got, I can't even pronounce it, this one. Giorgio, I don't know. Justin Roweser. Joey Slay. Josh Lambo. Graham Gano. Chris Boswell. And then Matt Prater. It is time for the playoffs. We'll start off with the Ravens at the Colts. Then we'll do the Seahawks at the Cowboys. Then we'll go do the Bengals at the Chiefs. Vikings at the Buccaneers. And then we'll do the Browns. Well, actually, it's Texans at the Browns. And then the Falcons at the 49ers. And the lowest remaining seeds will get to go here and here. And then the other two will go here. Alrighty, here we go. And the Ravens upset the Colts 32-27.
Back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal?
What an upset.
They were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down.
I think the Cowboys have won this one. Let's see.
Every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because
And the Cowboys have beat the Seahawks 35-27. Looks like the Chiefs have destroyed the Bengals 45-27. Although, what do you expect here? Kansas City's a GOAT team. Upset in a nutshell. A really huge blowout win for the Vikings. Turns out this game goes to overtime. Here's all the plays from overtime.
24. They begin the drive with Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. First throw in OT for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson on target here to Fuller. And he's tackled. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
good get a chance to rumble.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Watson on 1st down. It's on 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14. You alluded to, especially this part of the field. That's complete right around the 8.
In order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole. Make the space here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's making.
When those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Give him run. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win.
We have that one here. The Texans have beat the Browns in overtime. And the Falcons have beaten the 49ers. Completely upset them. There have been so many upsets in the wild card. Can't wait what happens in the division round. Let's check the recaps real fast from the wild card. Ravens at Patriots. And the second one we'll do the Vikings at Packers, Falcons at Cowboys, and then we'll do Texans at Chiefs. And Texans, please do not choke this time. Remember last year. Number 1 seed is out with the Ravens beating the Patriots in a crazy upset. 45-30. Looks like the Vikings have won. And a pretty not a close one at all. Probably the lowest scoring matchup in the playoffs. 27-20. The Cowboys have won this matchup. I knew it. Except it was a little bit worse this time. The AFC Championship game, we got the Ravens at the Chiefs. And then the NFC Championship game, we got the Vikings and the Cowboys. So winner of those two, we get the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels.
And the game is over. The Chiefs moved on to the Super Bowl. 53-45, a high-scoring game. Chiefs winning 2 straight AFC Championship games. Hosted 3 of them in a row. And they go to a Super Bowl again. Let's see who would make it in the NFC. And it is the Vikings who done it. Crazy upset. 27-17, the Vikings won it. Wow. And it's a second half shutout? Wow. Wow. Super Bowl IV rematch. This is how it's going to go. We will show every good highlight that is in this Super Bowl. And then that would be it. Let's find out who wins right now. Can't wait.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
NFL as we now move into the 101st season. 4th year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3.
It got his man complete.
As methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. On 3rd down, Cousins, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
Start to the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards.
18. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Chiefs 3, Vikings nothing.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make him. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he...
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're going to be ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right back into this football game. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays. Play and facing a 2nd and long. Cousins again. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC. Try the field goal from the left hash. This from 37. Bailey's kick is good. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
20. Chiefs 10.
To get right back into this football game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with it. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there. 6 after the false start. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to drop him that time. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards, what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in. Butker now to add the extra point.
that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night.
Here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is
It's if you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive, but this will... Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one in the books out here. And this to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
We are now in overtime. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you every play from overtime.
Or don't score. The other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And this will make it into the end zone, and they will play it safe here.
Going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that.
And another 1st and 10. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have possession, and they have it at the...
They turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part one is done, now part two. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Edwards each on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And on 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they've got it inside the... Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5.
Whether it goes to your team or no one, it's the only kind of throw you make.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take
And that's it. The Chiefs have won the Super Bowl in a thriller in overtime with almost the exact same score as Super Bowl 52. Same amount of points, though. $40 to 34.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions.
40 Vikings.
Hope you enjoyed this quick presentation like what Madden showed for the past 5 years.
You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs, the Lombardi.
And we got Patrick Mahomes, 2nd year in a row with the MVP.
Season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Hold that trophy. If you enjoyed this long special video, then please like, share, subscribe, and push the bell icon to see more videos. Comment down your favorite NFL team, or who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year? Or why not both? Because, you know, why not? And then Twitter will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching.